Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine HyVee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
All right, friends, it's Friday morning on the Hy-Vee Today show. This is Tony Tone rocking the purple Hy-Vee shirt. I feel tired, and but I'm super thankful to be with you, and obviously to be able to do this show and have it be a creative outlet for me, and hopefully and very informative today. Try to be as entertaining as possible. I know that a lot of you are probably watching from home, and that's definitely the best place to be. And so, long days at work, but I'm super thankful that I still have this job and that this store is being supported by folks out there. So if you've been here, thank you for your business and your patience. I just want to remind you the store hours again, just because I feel like it's important to keep talking about that. So we're open 7 days a week from 7 to 8 a.m. That's a reserved hour for folks you can see on the screen are 60 years and older, expectant mothers, those who consider themselves high risk. So that's every day from 7 to 8 a.m. They have that hour reserved. And then 8 a.m. till 11 p.m. is kind of like business as usual for everybody else. Please come in and see us, and we'll be ready to take care of you. This weekend, today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And Chad, I don't really have a graphic for this, so I'll just mention it. We got 10% off everything coming out of the meat department case. So if you're getting like steak from the meat department case, or my favorite are those brat patties, 10% off. Now, I work at Hy-Vee, and I get a 10% off discount every day as an employee. But for everybody watching, if you come here today, and please, don't feel like you got to rush here, right? It's 3 days. But if you're going to grill this weekend, and it seems like the weather should cooperate, you might as well save 10% off. And then the last thing I'm going to say before I get to my first guest is just what this company, Hy-Vee, is doing for folks like myself that work here. So the CEO of our company, Randy Edeker, put out a video yesterday, and he said a couple of things that were pretty poignant. And one of them was that next week for Easter, all Hy-Vee employees discount will go from 10% to 20%, so that's awesome. And then they're rolling out starting with Easter Sunday. If you work any holidays, any of the 9 holidays, part-time folks will earn $1 per hour more. And full-timers will earn $2 an hour more. So that's great that they're doing that, and I just appreciate that. And if Randy Edeker happens to see this, thank you, sir, because this is definitely an interesting time for everybody. And again, I just keep thinking it's so weird for me to be labeled like an essential employee, but I'm happy to be here again, and I appreciate everybody. So let's get to our first guest, who is back. We talked to Christy Roby-Williams last Tuesday, I think it was. Christy is the Director of Public Health with Unity Point Health, Trinity Muscatine Public Health, and she's back with us via Facebook Messenger video. It's good to see you, Christy. How are you?
I'm doing well, Tony. It's good to see you, too.
So I feel like things are changing quickly, maybe day by day, but I just wondered, if you could give us like a general update on how things are going across Muscatine County with respects to the COVID-19. I feel like there's a lot of good information being shared daily, whether it's from the governor or the Iowa Department of Public Health, but I also feel like, your team locally is doing a great job. So what would you say for like an update as of, let's see, what is it, 8:39 a.m. on Friday, April 3rd.
Yeah, I just like website to see if numbers are changing. Currently, Muscatine County confirmed tested positive COVID-19 individuals in our county. We know that when there are positives, when we get a positive through the Iowa Department of Public Health and the Iowa Disease Surveillance System, we begin an investigation, and we start identifying links. We consult with individuals living within the household and work with them as well. So that creates another case that then we're working with if they have symptoms. Okay. We certainly work with the individual to provide education on what self-isolation means. All of the individuals are diligently and respectfully following those. If we need to, if we identify an individual who's not following their self-isolation guidance, then the state can get involved for an order that they have to be quarantined to their home.
Gotcha.
But we know that if we have 19 people confirmed by a test, we have many more. Many of our healthcare systems are following the testing Department of Public Health, want to know the details and what all the criteria is. So it's really, I know people that have your heart and mind know there's just not, and you're dealing to go to resources of personnel and labs, you're dealing with healthcare systems. So it's helping manage the infrastructure of all of the testing. If people have mild to moderate stay home, they're asked to isolate, guide health. Go to there's a link that says there's COVID-19 at the banner that comes across. You click on that. It takes you to the resources, and there's one specific for public. So
have we? Yeah, and we've got the website, like an excellent job. Christy is one of the cases in Muscatine. Do we know of any? Are not showing any more symptoms that have. What's the right word to say that are done having phrase the COVID? Do we know of any folks that are past it?
I still have a couple of people that are no longer individuals, no longer individuals that the rest of the continue to monitor.
Okay. So that makes it the best practice. Like that's important. I'd stay home, but don't want to. A work is allowing you to, and any other changes or best practices as far as I know that it seems like maybe the CDC is wanting out to wear masks. Again, there's so many different channels of information. CDC, Iowa Department of Public Health, folks like yourself. Has anything changed since last week as far as anything else folks should do?
It has changed, and it's going to continue changing. There are what the federal government is posting and sharing, and then it'll make its way out to local changes. There's certainly rapid investigating this kind of information. I did hear that the federal government is talking about folks covering up as much as possible if they have to go out, not utilizing the resources that our healthcare and emergency response folks need, because there's also a shortage of those supplies. But we will get guidance out as soon as we get the particulars and the specific criteria. We will get that out once we receive it from the Iowa Department of Public Health. The biggest thing, Tony, is they're learning more and more about this virus.
Sure.
Every day. They're working 24 hours around the clock. Scientists we need folks to stay home. We need them to take your neighbors out. If your neighbors are still home at work and their kids are home, their teens, offer to check in on them, through a phone call or a virtual call. We do what we can as a community to reduce the spread, and that is by staying put. And if we have to,
yeah, I don't want anybody to say, well, it sounds like a thing on record. There's not everybody. Like, I hope this goes on forever. Right. Everybody wants it. I think by nature, the majority of us are impatient. I know I am, and I get that. But I just hope we can keep perspective because, a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, I'm really good about keeping things into perspective. I think it's part of I think I have a lot of Irish guilt. So it helps me just sort of I'm not going to forget how trying this was. One of the things I wanted to ask, the technology, at the federal, it seems like and they're just, again, I mentioned this last week when we spoke to you. There's just so many smart people, Christy, that are that are really all in on this, and I feel confident, and that really gives me some peace of mind knowing that, you know, we've developed so much over the last, you know, 20, 30 years, technologically speaking, and now having a lot of those folks, you know, maybe folks from outside of the healthcare industry collaborating with folks in the healthcare industry. So, but obviously, like, a rapid test would be something that would be great. But as far as, because I think what people see is they see, wow, a rapid test, but how long would that take realistically until it's in a place like Muscatine County?
Well, so my understanding is from the federal government, there's 15 of these rapid tests that our state will receive that'll be dispersed throughout the state at specific locations. So how do you take 15 testing machines and serve 99 counties?
Right.
So again, it's still going to be probably testing under the same criteria and framework that the Iowa Department of Public Health has out. It just gives them a more rapid response. I don't know currently where that testing machine is for our region, if you will.
Sure.
But what it allows is the response of healthcare providers, emergency management, public health to go into action and start meeting the needs of that individual and all of the contacts that they had.
Sure.
And with their family.
How's your team, public health team, holding up with everything that's going on? I mean, obviously you're at the top as the director of public health. How's everybody doing? I mean, people are working long hours, and there's a lot of resources and information out there, but how's everybody doing? You know, I imagine you're in contact with everybody, whether it's Zoom meetings or sit downs or conference calls, right? I mean, there's probably maybe there's not a lot of downtime. That's kind of how I feel here, but how's the team holding up?
I think they're doing really well. They're amazing. Have multiple people working. I mean, in our department, we have 32 team members, and we're getting reassigned different work every day in regards to emergency response and what's needed when things are shifting and changing. But, you know, positive attitude, a willingness to serve community, a willingness to help out in whatever way they can, get the factual information out, help with the investigations, you know, support the many questions that are funneling into the local public health department and helping answer questions for the general public. So we're utilizing an incident command structure that we have in place through our public health emergency preparedness. And so we're utilizing that to disseminate the tasks and responsibilities.
It's fantastic. Before I let you go, do you feel like there's anything else that you want to share with this morning? Again, I feel like, you know, you've been so good at encouraging me now to go to that Iowa Department of Public Health media, obviously, you know, Unity Point Health, Quad Cities Muscatine has a Facebook page, website, Trinity Muscatine. But is there anything in closing that you want to share with folks as far as anything that we haven't covered maybe?
Yeah, a couple things. One is, you know, my employer is Unity Point Health Trinity. So the Muscatine Board of Supervisors subcontracts essential public health services with and sit in on incident command calls daily as well. They plans, responses, actions, drills, everything that they are doing to ensure the well-being of the patients and people and communities they're serving and to take care of their employees. I'm really proud to work for this organization and all that they're doing right now to meet the needs of our community. And the other would be, you know, we unfortunately, very sad, and it breaks my heart, we had a loss in our county. So due to COVID-19, I just ask that people understand that this virus is smarter than all of us. We think we're smarter. I see stuff on social media every day that I have to turn off and turn away. People seem to have all the answers and the knowledge when in reality, even the top scientists are still studying that.
Yeah, and I think it's, you know, and unfortunately sometimes it takes, I don't know why. I feel like I shouldn't even have to say what I'm going to say, which is that it takes someone passing away to really drive it home with folks. Like, oh, this is and maybe that's, I don't know. It is terrible. I have a lot of mutual friends with the person that passed away, and I hate that that's what it takes for some people to go, oh, okay, maybe I should take this more seriously. But yeah, I mean, that's the reality. And I think, one of the other things, I don't know if it was you or somebody else said that, we should all just act like we've got it. And how are you handling that? Even if you're not showing any symptoms, what are you doing every day to be a good community member for Muscatine County?
Right.
And I know
it's a war against the virus, right? I mean, it's like if you go to war, if anybody has been to war, they go protected. They make very concrete decisions.
Sure.
They stay out of the battlefield unless they have to go in. And so we have to think the virus is the enemy, and what can we do to control that? Yeah,
and sometimes it's just being more empathetic and just listening and being a good person. And the other thing I'll say is, going on a walk with your family, like, I feel like some folks are maybe thinking like, I can't ever leave the house. And then other folks there's two extremes. I feel like they need to understand the middle, where, if you don't have to go to work, you can work from home, be there.
Folks that have allergies, but it's beautiful. Get outside and walk. Don't walk in groups of people.
Sure.
There's been some of that seen around, but take your walk and follow your precautions of staying isolated by yourself and or whoever your family member is. That's an excellent idea.
Yeah, and sometimes if you, as a guy, sometimes we put our foot in our mouth and then you go to the basement. I mean, it's something we've been doing for a while. It's nothing new for some of us. I feel like you just, I said something and now I'm in the basement by myself. So listen,
maybe you could go for a walk sometime.
That's right. I could take a stroll. I appreciate you and everything that your team's doing. Keep up the good work. This is certainly an interesting time, and we'll check back in, I imagine, maybe next week or the week after.
Okay, thank you to you, Tony, and the Hy-Vee team for all that they're doing to serve the community. We appreciate you as well.
Take care, Christy. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That's Christy Roby-Williams. She's the Director of Public Health here in Muscatine, and she's a great resource and an ally to have, and we appreciate her time. So, and imagine how much her life has changed over the last, 30 to 60 days. It's wild, just like everybody else. So I want to do this. Can we pop outside with the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam? Not only that we're kind of like cruising for birds here. Mark, you can come on over, pal. We have got all right. So the other day we're doing the show. It was Wednesday. Lieutenant Greg Bach was here with the Salvation Army, and we had the aisle cam right outside the window. And I noticed this bird. I get distracted easily, I guess. And it's just it's my cross to bear. And we have somebody that's just about to walk by the shot there. There you go. So Chris Anderson, the nature lover, says he's going to put some breadcrumbs out there. And we had a couple of birds as we were talking to Christy. Here comes one right now. We have a bird coming up. Let's see. So we're, this is so great. I feel like this is what people need. They need just a camera. And by the way, this morning when I took the dog out, we've got the lead in the backyard. There was one of those red-winged blackbirds. Kind of, I didn't know they had an interesting call. I was like, what is that? And it looked at me, and I was like, oh, no, those are the ones that dive bomb. It was on my neighbor's, like, staring me down. I'm like, maybe, dude, I don't know. I come to fight a red-winged blackbird. I was like, trying to stare me down my house, and you can fly. Like, get out of here. So anyways, please don't call PETA on me. That's not what I'm trying to achieve here. So we'll see if we can catch any birds, and that's fantastic. All right, so we have a second guest this morning, and he's in studio, and I'm super excited to have Mark Mitchell back, who is the owner at Contrary Brewing. It's great to see you. I guess we can do like Elbow
The
bump.
elbow thing?
Yeah.
You bet.
How are you doing, man?
We're hanging in.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
So Contrary Brewing here in Muscatine has been such an awesome story for folks that are watching. I hope that you've been there over the last 5 years. How many years officially now?
It's going to be 5 in, this month.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
April 17th.
April 17th,
Yeah.
5-year anniversary. That's great. So obviously, with everything that's going on, change up the business a little bit. But I wanted you to come on because I feel like it's important. And in all of next week, I might just highlight some of our great local businesses. But Mark, I've been to Contrary to get some crowlers, the large cans of beer to go.
We appreciate that. Thank
And
you.
now you just rolled out, what are you doing, delivery of beer now?
You were trying it on a little trial basis, see if there's
Super
any
cool.
interest there. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the process for folks that are interested, what do they need to know to, like the steps they take if they want to get some Contrary beer to go? Obviously, they can call, right? That's probably the best place to start.
That's the best way to start.
Okay.
So you call ahead. We'll take your order for you. You actually need to pay by law for the beer before it leaves the brewery.
Okay.
All right. So we'll take your essential information and whatnot, and then we'll just roll it out and show up at your door, and we do like a no contact delivery.
Sure.
So, we'll leave it there. We just need to make sure that someone is there that is of age.
Sure.
Make a visual verification of that, and then you're on your way, and you're enjoying some Contrary beer.
Mark, you have become the beer fairy. Do you understand that this is like, for some people, they've wanted this their whole life, where they call a place and then within a short period of time,
Right.
It's not like, I mean, listen, we've had food delivered for a while, but when was the last time somebody showed up at your door and you're like, hey, and then they leave you beer?
Right. It was good of the state actually to really kind of relax those laws so
Yeah.
we could get another source of revenue because it's tough times. So
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, now more than ever, people need to, there's been these great, images that people have shown with small businesses. Every time that small business supported your kids' baseball team or charity, they need you now more than ever.
that's absolutely right. Yep.
You have a great customer base, and I imagine you've seen a lot of folks. And it's also a great time, by the way, maybe you've never had a Contrary beer. You're missing out, first of all. But just talk about some of those customers that have been with you since day one, because it seems like their support has not stopped. It's just changed how they're able to do it, probably, right?
Right. That's just they're our lifeblood. And I realize that since our tap room is closed, it kind of changes the whole vibe. People really enjoy coming out to our tap room, hanging out, talking with friends. Can't really do that right now. But those people that have been with us from the beginning have supported us the entire way.
Yeah.
Very appreciative of them. They're the thing that keeps us going.
And I should also point out, and something that I was happy to do recently was, not only did I renew my Contrary membership, I upped it a little. And are you still taking those memberships?
We are.
Great.
And we'll just make sure that since the COVID-19 and whatnot, you can't come out to the tap room.
Sure.
We're going to lengthen those memberships actually for as long as this goes on.
Awesome.
So it's typically they're a year-long membership. So we'll add however many months it is that this goes on. We'll add that on.
Yeah,
But
and
you
then-
don't need a membership, of course, to come out.
Sure.
To the contrary, but it just gives you some bennies. So,
Yeah, there's
yep.
some nice perks, but that's a good point.
Right,
So if you're watching and you just want to call and have a beers delivered to your house, you don't have to have a membership. You don't have to have a membership to call and pick up beer, but it's an awesome way to support Contrary. Are you still doing gift cards
Yes.
as well?
Gift
There
cards.
you go.
Yep. You can take those over the phone also.
Awesome.
So
what about food? Are we still doing food out of the...
we are right now.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. So not only can you get beer, you can get food at the same time from Contrary.
Right.
That's exciting. As far as what's on tap, obviously your website is a great resource for folks to see what's on tap. And then if you call, obviously. So we have the tap list pulled up.
Yep.
Is this current? Oh, look at that. Updated right there. Perfect. Thank you, Chad. That's great. So
nice.
anything, oh my gosh, my wife loves the apricot wheat, Mark. Jeez Louise.
It's good to have it back.
It is
We didn't
great
have it
to
on
have
for a
it
while.
back.
It's back.
So anything new that's rolled out, or is this a time where you're just kind of, you've got stuff on hand that you're looking for folks to purchase, or are you still making beer? What's
We
happening?
are still making beer.
Perfect.
We just put out our 6 Feet Away double IPA yesterday. So a little topical. So
I almost did a spit take on my pop because I love that. Okay, so 6 feet away,
Right.
6 feet away, double IPA.
Yes.
Explain to the folks at home. There it is right there. So it's
right. So it's a big beer.
it's
so,
holy moly, it's 9.9%, Mark.
Yes. So,
Wow.
but it drinks really nice.
Yeah.
So don't let that scare you.
Sure.
A little bit moderation's key there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's tasty. It's fresh. So get it while it's fresh. The hops still pop.
That is super
Yep.
cool.
It's a good one. We had a new sour on. We just ran out. Actually, it was a cherry margarita sour that was very popular too. So
That's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
obviously, again, it's a weird time for everybody. It's weird doing this show in a quiet restaurant, and I just hope that for folks that are watching, they understand that they can still get their favorite Contrary brews. And if you're watching this, and again, if you've never been to Contrary, that's okay. Now is the time more than ever to try it out. What times are you doing the delivery? Not that I'm opposed. I know where you're at, obviously.
Right.
But if I wanted to try it out,
oh, absolutely. Yeah. So it's Monday through Friday.
Okay.
We're open from 3 to 7 p.m.
Okay.
And Saturday and Sundays we're going from 1 to 5 p.m.
1 to 5. Absolutely fantastic. And there you go. There's obviously the Facebook page, another great resource for Contrary. It's been such a great story to have Contrary and Muscatine, and for you to go from delivering mail to this awesome business. And we want folks out there to please support Mark and the crew, his wife Robin, and everybody that's down there. They do an excellent job. The 6 feet away double IPA. So when we talk about these beers, I feel like folks might not know. So what did it say? It was like a double West. Can you just kind of explain that? Like, could you break down the
I can
beer
try.
lingo?
Yeah. So an IPA stands for India Pale Ale.
Okay.
It's a style that's been around for 150, 200 years. There's a lot of, it's hop driven. So, I mean, it's malty, but then you're going to have your hops, which will give you a little bit of bitterness to it. And then there's some floral and citrus notes when you on your nose, when you smell it, you'll get those aromas. And then the flavor will be there too for the citrus and the floral notes there. It's nice.
And that's
the double just means it's just bigger. It's a bigger beer, so.
The thing I love about the Contrary drinking experience is what Mark just described. Because every time I've drank anything at Contrary, and maybe it's uncommon for folks to smell their beer.
Could be.
But it's part of the experience,
Sure
Mark,
it is,
right?
right.
I mean, you want to use all of your senses. It's not like, a Diet Pepsi, you know what you're going to get. But, I mean, talk about that, right? Because that's something
Well, some beers are more enjoyable to smell than others. Of
Sure,
course.
right.
So that's one of the things we have a tendency to do is make big, bold, flavorful beers. So enjoy it. It's a whole thing about the sensory portion of it.
Absolutely.
The smell, the taste, the feel in your mouth. The whole thing adds to it.
It really does, and it makes it even more enjoyable. I love the crowlers, by the way. If you don't know what a crowler is, what's the ounceage on a crowler? There's a great picture of a crowler right in the middle, the big can. How many ounces is that,
Those
Mark?
are 32 ounces.
32 ounces,
So
okay.
essentially, it's 2 pints.
And the process is fascinating when you watch that get filled if you haven't seen it. I almost don't understand how it works. I mean, you're filling the top of the crowler is not on it, but then it gets sealed on.
Right. We fill it from the tap.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we have a seamer that, we seam the can
It's super
right there.
cool to watch it happen.
As you order it, so.
It is so fresh. And then you get it home, you stick it in the fridge, and then when you crack it open, it's the best. And I haven't drank out of the crowler because I have so many of the cool Contrary glasses that I end up pouring it into. Do people drink straight out of the crowler?
I do not.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, typically you pour into a glass because then you get to enjoy it more.
Sure.
I mean, to each their own. However you like it.
Listen, Mark's not going to judge. If you want to come and buy 100 crowlers today, you could drink them. You could shotgun them, I guess. Maybe. Maybe not the 6 feet away one. That'd be a big beer to try and drink that quick.
Right.
Any plans? And I ask this because I'm selfish, of course. But any plans to? I like the Any IPAs, which is a New England style IPA.
Yes.
Any plans for any of those rolling around?
We'll have a new one next week.
Oh, wow. And does it need a name by chance?
Always need names.
Is this the time? Is now the time more than ever for the Tone? I don't even know what it would be called.
We're open to suggestions.
Oh my gosh. Would you people watching, could we sell a keg of the Tony Tone? I don't even know what we'd call it. You'd have to fill in the rest. I'm a little sleepy from these 13-hour days.
No kidding.
But no, I like the New England. First of all, I like all the beers behind us on tap. You can see there's two contrary, maybe one. What do we got? I see one. Okay, the Cure for Pessimism back
and the
there.
Pollinator.
And the Pollinator, right?
Yep.
Okay, I know I'm not seeing things. So the Cure for Pessimism is one of my favorite contrary brewing beers. There it is right there. And then Pollinator has been a very popular one. You did an alliteration, Mark, a couple, maybe a month and a half ago or so, where you took like a Pollinator and then you made a blueberry beer.
Yes.
Apparently it was the most popular thing ever. It sold out in like 2 hours. Will that come back?
We're looking at doing actually a blueberry beer.
Yes.
Yes. So
Okay.
blueberry lemonade.
I feel like
that's in the works right now. So we'll see how that comes out.
Sometimes I feel like when I ask you questions, I feel like it's somebody asking Willy Wonka, like, what do you got? And you're like, maybe.
You want to mix things up. You want to keep
Yeah.
things interesting.
I like that.
You like to keep people coming back. So.
You like to keep them on their toes.
Exactly right.
Like, and that just timed out well that there's a NE IPA rolling out next week.
Right.
I am thankful for your crew continuing to operate and to be there for people and to reinvent the wheel with respects to the delivery. It's genius. Of course, to your point, the state kind of loosening things up a little bit. Because here's the thing, I just hope everybody takes this away. Like, everybody wants to get through this current situation, and we want the health of our local businesses to be able, we want them all to make it, you know, so then when we get past this, you're back to the tap room at Contrary and listening to Fernando or somebody playing a guitar, or you're sitting on the deck looking at the river, and it's just like it was. You know what I mean? It's just, that's what we want to have happen.
All we're trying to do is make it out to the other side of this,
Yeah.
alive. So there we go.
What about the folks, and my wife, my wife actually made this comment last night because when we had our housewarming party in July, I bought a small keg from you guys.
Yes.
The comment I made to my wife was, I said, I'm probably gonna get some Contrary beer this weekend, and she said, it's too bad we don't have a kegerator, and I was like, listen, I'll buy a kegerator to put in my garage. I already have a beer fridge. My question, Mark Mitchell, is: are you selling your kegs to folks?
Actually, we've been moving through quite a bit of beer, so we don't have a whole lot of stock. But
Okay.
if you're interested in buying a keg from us, we'll try to make that happen.
Okay, I just wanted to ask,
yeah.
Because there's people out there that are connoisseurs and,
Right.
maybe a dabble and make a call to Contrary and see what they can do for you. I think that's fair. All right. Is there anything else? I mean, I feel like, your social media presence has been great during all of this. You've been running a lot of good specials. Some days you'll pop on Facebook or Instagram where you're doing like $2 off crowlers. Is there anything else coming down the pike that folks should keep an eye out for on social media?
We're just going to keep running daily specials.
Okay.
Since the times, and it's hard for people.
Sure.
People are stuck at home and whatnot. They can't come out to the tap room, so just trying to keep people interested and involved, and keep them coming in. And we got little squares on the floor to keep you 6 feet apart when you come in, and all that happy stuff. So we're just trying to do our part, not being trying to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. So
Sure.
Yep, all that.
How long did you work as a mailman for the post office? How many years?
Too many?
Too many. Okay.
22.
22 years. You get chased by dogs and all that kind of cliche stuff.
Yes, you
or
do.
what? Okay. Is this harder than that? Do you feel like
It's a different kind of hard.
different kind of hard? I was wondering because you have such an interesting story and your experience from working, for the United Postal Service and doing that and dealing with that on a daily basis and what everybody's going through now. I wonder if you've thought, man, I remember when getting chased by a dog was a tough day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You probably keep things in
I got bit
perspective.
over 10 times, so.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, you get bit a lot. Loose dogs are.
That's such a tough gig, right? I mean, holy macaroni. You think about that, and now we live at a house where they get the mailbox at the end of the driveway, so they do the old drive up.
Yes.
I feel like
Those are
that's
nice.
They got it made, don't they?
They do.
They're doing
Yep.
the old little drive up right in the
I
mailbox.
was mostly walking, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's cush
Oh
right
my
there.
gosh, 10 times you were bit. So you're never gonna name a beer like the Ankle Biter IPA. Probably not.
Ah, see, that's got a ring to it.
Ah, son of a biscuit. I can't even think of one with my name in it, but I just gave Mark gold with the Ankle Biter IPA. All right. I'm glad you came in. I appreciate you doing this. I think it's important, again, for folks to understand that these local businesses like yours, Contrary Brewing, open for business, delivering now. I feel like the next step for you is just delivering by a drone. I feel like you should figure that out somehow, right? Just pilot the drone,
right?
And drop off beer. And again, we can't wait. Obviously, like I was saying with Christy Roby Williams from Public Health, everybody just wants to get back to life as we know it, and it will happen. We will get there. But in the meanwhile, do what I'm going to do. And if I get off before you close tonight, which is you close at 7 p.m.
Yes. Last
night I got home at 8. So I'm hoping. Now, even if I'm not home, I could have the beer delivered, and my wife would be there, and she's certainly over 21. So we'd be fine.
That works.
Oh, this is great. It's good to see you, man. I appreciate what you're doing. Please keep it up, and you're making the best beer ever. An award. By the way, I feel like I don't have to say this, but I mean, we're talking about award-winning beer made in Muscatine, Iowa. I mean, this is not. And I say that to the people that maybe have not tried a Contrary beer. And if you're toeing the water, there's a beer for you. Or if you are a seasoned beer drinker, there's certainly something that you could dabble in. And I think that's what I like most about what you're doing is, you understand that it might be somebody's first time putting in a pickup order or delivery, and they might not know where to start, right?
Exactly right. We will guide you through that.
Yes, it's a magical journey, let me tell you, through craft beer. Oh, I love it. All right, well, stay safe. Thank you very much, and please know that if you need anything, something's coming up, you want to get the word out, I'm here. I'm a text away.
Thanks, Tony, and thanks for having me on.
We kind of go through Mike Snook, which is sort of funny.
Right.
Snook is kind of like my booking agent maybe now. Mike Snook works here, works a little Contrary. It's awesome. Take care, and thank you, pal. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Elbow bump. We're essential. We can bump elbows, right? Mark Mitchell, Contrary Brewing. Please support them during this time and drink responsibly. It's absolutely fantastic. All right, let's check on the birds outside. What do we got? Any action out there? CVI Bank and Trust, aisle camera. We had a bird a couple minutes ago, and then I saw my coworker, Sherry Siwasink, and she kicked that bird, everybody. So she did not kick the bird, okay? But she did walk past. So I don't want people to think, thanks, Mark. I don't want people to think that Sherry's being mean to animals or anything like that. Like, that's not what we want to have happen, Sherry. Sherry's going to get a bad reputation where she's karate chopping the birds. All right, I didn't even look to see. Do we have one out there? Maybe. Is somebody calling us? Hello? Who's calling? Is it the CEO of Hy-Vee, Randy Edeker? Is he out there? That's fantastic. Like, do we have a third guest today? I'm ready. All right, I want to. I didn't look at the national days. I'll get to that in a second, but I want to mention the Bags of Blessing and Muskie Locker. So some of the stuff that's happening, that's going on, that you need to know about. If you know somebody, or if it's you that's looking for a little support during this time, boy, this is awesome. This is a whole thing. I like this. Elementary families, Bags of Blessings on Fridays. Bags of Blessings will be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis to those who have elementary-age students until they run out. They distribute from Jefferson, Franklin, and the school board office on Mulberry. Distribution times will follow lunch distribution time for the week of April 6th, next week. Bags of Blessing will be distributed on April 9th, so next Thursday. Middle school and high school families, the locker bags distributed to middle school and high school students on Fridays the district board office follow the policy such that the first 50 who are in need of bags and the first to arrive will receive them. You can see that on the screen for next week. It'll be done on Thursday. The families with students in the school district, the Riverbend Mobile Food Pantry is distributing again on Tuesday, April 14th and 28th, twice per month, 4:30 to 6:30 at the school board office on Mulberry. They are starting a new distribution policy. All people will remain in their cars and drive up. How about all the work that is going on to do this? This is where I go off script and I just riff. This is unbelievable. I mean, I'm not saying that nobody else is doing this, but this is fun. I'm almost like overwhelmed with how awesome this is. So shout out to everyone. It's important for me to talk to people like Mark Mitchell, and I would be remiss if I didn't, extend the olive branch to like Dave Armstrong with Remax and the Mississippi Brew. How good is the Brew been to me, right? I mean, so we'll do that. And I don't think there'd be any objections to that, right? So that's a lot of good information about how to get resources for folks that need it. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Emergency resources available with community action, and then again to reiterate, the Riverbend Mobile Food Pantry, April 14th and 28th at the school board office. So if you need help or know someone that does, just please know that there is a conscious effort being made by a lot of people to help you or someone you know. So you just maybe got to point them or nudge them in the right direction from 6 feet away. A little elbow nudge. Here's where you need to go. And they'll get you taken care of. All right, I'm on the, by the way, in case you were ever wondering, nationaltoday.calendar.com tells us a couple of things, and this makes a lot more sense now. When Chris Anderson slid over a container of chocolate mousse, I assumed he knew something that I didn't, and he wasn't just going to say, here's Tony's breakfast. But for a second, I was like, why did Chris just give me a thing of mousse? Well, it's National Chocolate Mousse Day, everybody. And here's the thing. I don't think there should be any guilt involved with stress eating. Okay. Well, I think there's rainbows in people's houses and stuff, and they've been doing some sidewalk chalk and stuff like that. Today's also National Film Score Day. I love a good film score. And I think that if that's a weird thing to say, score under it, it just makes sense. Like, it's very poignant. Let me give you an example. How about like The Dark Knight? Very good score. Can build tension, can make you feel happy or sad. Oftentimes, movies will have good music mixed into it, but the score is somebody composing an orchestra. That's how they do it, right? They compose it like this. That's what they do. I'm not a composer. And then last but not least, did it say it's World Party Day? Okay, maybe we put World Party Day on hold, or you have a world social distancing party from afar. I can't handle people walking up and looking at a camera on the sidewalk and breadcrumbs. It's a lot to take in. It's just funny. They're like, what is going on with that? Nobody's taken it yet. See, you guys picked up aisle cam. I want to give a shout out to Toyota Muscatine. I saw my friend Jimmy Greenhaw in here last night, and it was late. And I was, frantically trying to shop one of our online orders. And thank you for your patience. But I just want to give a plug to Toyota Muscatine. They're still open for business. They are taking care of their customers. I told you that my mom had a little service done on her car. Maybe it was an oil change. It was nothing major because it's a Toyota. They run forever. All you do is change the oil. I don't even know if you have to buy tires. I mean, you probably have to, but that's it. These Toyotas, they run forever. They picked up my mom's car from her house. They drove it back to Toyota. Then they brought it back. That's not because it's my mom, right? They're not giving that. That's like, oh, Tony Tone's mom. No, this is everybody. This is service. This is top notch. I kind of, like I said the other day, I just want to call and have, and not that it's Jimmy doesn't work in the service department, but can Jimmy Greenhaw just come get my sweet Toyota Sienna dad van, and could they clean it? I don't know if that's a service they're doing, but maybe we work something out. Could you put a bag of money in it? Maybe. Is that an option? Could you take it and then give me a 2020 van and not have it be any more of a monthly payment? They probably could. Maybe this is the best time ever. We'll talk to somebody from Toyota Muscatine next week would be my intent, certainly. Whether it's TJ or Jim or whomever. And again, the luxury that we have with the technology is we talk to the Director of Public Health here in Muscatine via Facebook Video Messenger. I gave Mark Mitchell the option to just come in. He made like I'm putting anybody at risk, so I know this place is very locked down. Everybody that's working behind the scenes, we're definitely 6 feet apart and all that. So, yeah, I just wanted to comment that. And then a shout out to Lutheran Living Senior Campus and the crew there doing a great job. It is tough hiring, by the way. Showing that chat. Now more than ever, they could use good help, right? It's going to places like Lutheran people that are family selfie, to keep these places pretty, they've got health down because they want everybody back to business. It's tough to see that. And again, we want to get places like Lutheran Living Senior Campus. I've been in heroes work there. Yeah, amen. Shout out to Randy and Naria and Kayla and everybody at Lutheran Living Senior Campus. They're doing a fantastic job. And here's the thing, we're all getting older, right? So we need places like Lutheran Living Senior Campus continue offering services from short-term care and their TCC, Transitional Care Center. Then they go home, they go there. They have folks that are living. It's very touching. They're playing bingo. These pictures not stopped at Lutheran Living. Bingo has stopped at Hy-Vee. I did see one of my friends, Mrs. Salick, before I came in, and she told me, Mrs. Salick did. She said, Tony, I'm turning 88 in May. And I said, you know what I want to do for your birthday? I want to play bingo here in the Market Grill Express. I never thought I would say that I missed playing bingo. But that will be a sign when all of this is behind us, when we can gather and play bingo. Look at that. That's how they're doing the bingo. That's how they're doing the bingo. Just had somebody walk by the window looking at the camera again. All right, so shout out to them. Okay, so we're going to, oh, we got a bird, we got a bird, we got a bird, we got action out there, we got a bird. Wait, nope, the camera's on a delay. Is it gone? Did the bird go? There's a delay in the camera, maybe. Hang on, wait. Welcome back to Birdwatch with Tony Tone. We're hunting the elusive Muscatine. Oh, I see one coming. Here comes another one. Oh, these look like red over. They have accents. Here we go. There's Chicago. There's 4 of them. Here we go. They're coming. Look, they're waiting for people. This is really exciting. Where else are you going to get this on live television or streaming, everybody? It's kind of like sports are not happening right now. We've got a couple birds coming across the parking lot. If only I could have Brian Musell doing play-by-play or Gary Dolphin. Joe Bird. Here we go. He's gone. We do, oddly enough, have a bird on a cart in that corral right now. Right across there, Chad, straight up a little bit. Oh, there's one. This is what, oh, there you go. You just saw it in the shot. This is what we've come to. We're watching birds out of the window. I heard that the legendary play-by-play sportscaster Joe Buck was looking for folks. There you go. Look at that bird. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I heard that Joe Buck had been bored because he's not doing any play-by-play. Oh, wait, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got action. Look at this guy. Here we go. He's feeling brave. He's bird necking it. Come on. Look at him. Get that bread. Come on. Oh, chicken. No, it's not a chicken, but also not it on picking up breadcrumbs. I just want to say that really quick. So not it. All right. I'm going to mention a couple of things, and then we'll see if we can catch a bird. Do we go split screen? Can we do that? Split screen, me and the bird watch? People don't care about, I mean, maybe you care about me. Maybe not. That's fine. But if we could get a bird for y'all, wouldn't that be great? And then Chris is going to go out there and catch that bird and then release him in the store. We had a bird in the store for a while. Remember that? Holy smokes. We'd be doing the show back in the old spot, and that bird would just be chilling by the bakery. All right, there you go. All right, that's perfect. So I'm just going to mention a couple of things. A reminder, the store temporary hours here at Hy-Vee, just to keep reiterating, we've been here for you. Here comes a bird. Hold on, everybody. Maybe. Don't get hit. Oh, my gosh. Oh, jeez. Okay, it didn't. Whew. Store hours, 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., reserved for folks that are 60 years and older, expectant mothers. So, you're going to have a baby soon. And anybody who consider themselves at high risk. Somebody asked me this week, do you feel like people are taking advantage of the 7 to 8 shopping window? Maybe they're not high risk. And I said no, because I trust people and I trust that they do the right things. So, and I will never feel bad giving people the benefit of the doubt. And then 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. for everybody else. 8 to 11 for everybody else. Come and see us. We'll get you taken care of at your Muscatine HyVee. I'll mention we do have a fuel saver ad that is on the back page of that Discover Muscatine newspaper. So if you love, and I got gas this morning because I figured I'd top off the tank. I had like 14 cents on my fuel saver. I got 10 gallons of gas for like $15. It was awesome. So you can see right there, fuel saver options for you. Cookies, barbecue pork patties, red Argentinian shrimp. We've got, I can't believe that we're devoting this much time. And this is my decision, of course, to try and catch a damn bird on the camera eating bread. Breaded catfish nuggets are on there. What else? We got kitchen salads. We've got fresh made ham salad. We've got fiesta trays. We're gonna fiesta forever. I'm gonna sing this song all night long, all night. Ham packed salads, Panera soup. And what else you got? Hy-Vee salad bags. Those are good. Some breadsticks. Chinese. Twizzlers. Love it. We did the math the other day, and it was a lot of fuel savings. And I don't want to do the math again. So Kettle One vodka, some wine, Captain Morgan, Bloody Mary mix. I'm so tired. I slept decently. I'm like just exhausted, I think. Just from life. I'm just tired. I just need a nap. I told Jose, our friend Jose that works here, I said, this show's going to just go on for like 10 hours today. And the last half, it'll just be me napping in a booth. You just watch me. It'll be split screen between the birds outside and me napping in a booth. I'm like, where's Tony? I don't know. He's still doing the show? It looks like I can't see in there. That's the thing. They can't really see in here. They don't know what we're doing. We're doing what we want want to do. We're doing our thing, okay? All right, what else can I tell you? So we've got that Hy-Vee ad with the hot deals on the front, some cereal, bananas, butter. What else am I missing? And next week's ad is bigger, right? So this is a little smaller of an ad for Hy-Vee. Next week's ad is bigger, and we're still finding you deals. So that's what's important to note. So please check out the deals. Please come in. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience and your grace. We appreciate you. And then the meat department flyer. There is the Busch Light Mountain. All right, Brad, you got to zoom out a scotch. Just give me a little pan out, little slow pan. Look at that. So that's the normal entrance to the Market Grill. And 7G was like, can we build? We got a bird out there. Chris is giving me the bird signal. Not that bird. He's saying, oh, we missed it. It's gone, everybody. So that's an inside look at the Market Grill Express, which is not open for business as far as coming in here. You can still order food online. You could download the Market Grill app, and you could have us bring out doesn't a macaroni and cheeseburger sound good? Oh, my gosh. Sounds great. Maybe that's what we need. We need to put a mac and cheeseburger out there. We got picky birds. Oh, breadcrumbs. This stuff is for the... Oh, gosh, here comes somebody. All right. Maybe she'll take a breadcrumb. No, okay, perfect. A lot of concern. Somebody's going to grab that phone and just be like, I found this outside. Did somebody lose the phone? All right. And then the last thing I'll say, the meat department, again, I don't have an ad to show you, but, well, I do have the flyer, and then we can go back to full screen, I guess. No birds are... These birds are being rude to us. So there's a flyer in the meat department that is good through this, is it Sunday? I think it's good through this Sunday. And in addition to the deals on the flyer, everything out of the case in the meat department today, tomorrow, and Sunday is 10% off, y'all. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's a great deal. Today is Friday, April 3rd. Tomorrow is the 4th. Sunday is the 5th. You buy a steak, 10% off. You buy a brat patty from the counter, 10% off. You buy some seafood because it's still Lent. It's Friday. Captain John got that seafood. Ooh-wee, 10%. Right out of the case. You know, they put the ice down there. They do such a great job. And let them come take care of you at the meat department. They're ready to go. And I know I just touched my face. I clean my hands so much, y'all. I promise. Are you starting to get that thing where you're like, am I using too much hand sanitizer? I've got the the good hand lotion in the desk upstairs, like the working hands. Is that what it's called? Working hands lotion. It's really good. Yeah. And then somebody said yesterday, are you going to keep the goatee? And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, didn't the CDC say not to have a goatee? And I'm like, I look fat without a goatee. Fatter. I'm not trying to have Kenneth Babyface Tone over here. I don't want to do that. These take longer to grow back than you think. I wash my goatee. That's not weird. I have a thing in my shower. Oh, we got a bird. No. Come on. All right, get me a BB gun. I'm just kidding. I don't have a BB gun. I'm not going to shoot a bird. I have this like in the shower. It's like a beard wash. So I'm in here. I'm doing it. I'm getting it. I'm getting after it. Every shower, every day. And then I'm combing it down. I don't want to shave. Goatees take too long to grow. Brent Coolers! Speaking of bird cage, that chair kind of looks like a bird cage. Give me a zoom out on that. Look at that. That is a piece of furniture you could buy. Ain't nobody said you can't sit outside in some comfy new deck furniture. There's a sectional behind Brent. I got to take pictures of this stuff. It looks awesome. I need some new patio furniture. I need like big man approved patio furniture. Brent Coolers, that guy works so hard. Shout out to Brent. Dude is awesome. And then he just like jumped off of there. He's like, I mean, I watched him one time when we had that big semi truck in the back of the lot. He like climbed up what is it called? A forklift. And then he's just like a spider monkey, that guy. He really is. He's like nimble. He's like climbing in the back, like on these shelvings. I'm like, he's like Spider-Man. Brent Cooler is a Spider-Man. This just in. And Delmer Coolers is handsome. All right. Look at that guy. That's on top of a dairy cooler. And then he just jumped down. Ha-da! I was like, whoa. And he said, I'm worried about my pants when I took his picture. I said, that just shows that you work, dude. That dude puts in work here. Shout out to him. We almost had a bird. All right, listen. I appreciate you watching this show. I am thankful that we're able to do it. And again, my intent would be to be here 5 days next week, unless something changes. At 8:30 in the morning, we are live on Channel 5, and then we're back on Channel 5 in the evening. And I appreciate everybody that watches this show and supports it. And again, just know that with everything that is going on, it can be overwhelming. My advice to you is to trust the resources that are always going to have factual information, like the Iowa Department of Public Health. But also, do this every once in a while. Just put it down and go for that walk and just be outside, because nobody says you can't, right? And just know that you're not alone. Obviously, everybody's going through this together. And if you need anything from me, you can always get a hold of me. I'm pretty tangible still. Hy-Vee@gmail.com. Certainly the store has a Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram. More people looking at the bird cam out there. They're probably going to donate blood. Go donate blood if you can. That's what we got to talk to. We got to talk to Kirby with the Mississippi Valley Regional. I need to make a list of the people I've said that I want to talk to. So what do I had? I had Scott Dahlke, MCSA. I'm writing this down because I will legit forget. That's how busy my day will be. I'm not just like I'm not doing like the Dwyer and Michaels where I get down with my car. Not that they used to do that all the time, but they did that sometimes, and I love those guys. They're my friends. I get done with this show. It's 9:40 a.m. I'll be here till, I hope I can leave at 6 p.m. I don't know. We'll see. I told you last night I punched out. I don't know what time it was, 7:50, 45, 7:40. I got home at 8. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying there's more than, I wish today I'd just do the show. All right, guys, see you later, fellas. I just jump through the window. Like the window opens. It's like a garage door, and then I just hop into my dad van and my Toyota Sienna dad van and leave. That's no, I'll be here. So anyways, Scott Dahlke, MCSA, I'm putting you on notice. Kirby with the Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center. And again, the beautiful thing is we could FaceTime these folks. We can Facebook Messenger video call them. Yeah. So anyways, thanks for watching. I don't have anything else to say. I appreciate you. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota of Muscatine. I'm thinking of one other name I want to write down. And that name is your name. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine, Lutheran Living Senior Campus. And thanks to my wife for being a rock star, because she's still working. And they just said nobody's going back to school until April 30th, if that happens. And yeah, my wife has been just been great through all of this. So thanks to our guests today. We talked to Christy Roby Williams, Director of Public Health with Trinity Muscatine Public Health, and we talked to Mark Mitchell with Contrary Brewing Company. Support Contrary Brewing Company if you can. You can pick up beer to go. You can have beer delivered, and support those local businesses like that one. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourself, and by all means, come back on Monday. We'll see you at 8:30. Goodbye, friends. Where's the straw for the moose? Right? Maybe the birds want some moose. Here, birdie. Come on, birdie. I probably shouldn't be driving around in my van trying to pick up birds. That's probably not a good look either, right? All right, see you later.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.